Oh my, I need to share the stream to my patron. Let's see, that's how I do it. I feel like I need someone to do this for me. I think this is ridiculous. But hey, I'm so busy making sure everything's perfect for everything I'm doing. It's difficult sometimes. Difficult. But I guess we can just talk a little as I set up this Patreon post where I probably should have, what's it called, scheduled it, but I was just so excited to start. So that's also what I'm trying to teach the planet, expression. There's a way of expressing yourself and getting powerful points across. This is also a lesson in indoctrination and maybe persuasion. But I was so excited, so livid to be here. What do they title it? All right, Lucifer, M37. That's far. All right. Hello, catch up on what I've covered across my media platforms. All right. Attachments none. Schedule. Da-da-da. Let's see. Today's date is the 18th. Boom. And it's now 10:18. 10. Oh, do I have to schedule my live streams? Is that what happened? Oh. Okay, perfect. So here we go. So I was thinking of taking a hit before, just to, give a shout out to all of our mental health bodies. Many find smoking to be relieving for mental health, especially when you get past the phase of believing in chemistry affecting everything you do. Basically ascending into a mass form of logic, not chemical compounds. So how does one do this? It's a chemical compound process. I don't believe people with chemical compounds are actually able to do it unless they're programmed to, in which that's just odd. I've seen many things, and of the few things I've seen, I've never seen someone ascend from cells to logic, vibration, thought form. Because quite often, there's no complexity made in such an event. Now, shoot, what else can I give you? Some could say that's a lot. That's probably not much. Oh, there's some people that don't actually have bodies. Of course, we're in reality. What else should I expect? Literally everything. Literally everything. Including an invisible force, limiting forces around you. And that is what I do. Also as a part of M37, which is the organization I made, and also to potentially reason why I do the things I do as the head of the Illuminati. But it's all in an attempt to mimic a nature, to produce a nature, to give purpose to the idea of nature. So here's one for you, the viewer, and all my fans who are smoking with me tonight. And one more for my wives and husband. More. Now to the nitty gritty. As you can see here, this was one of my attacks from the CIA. That happened recently. It was when my dad had. Is that playing? Oh, I probably have to hit play. Hit start. Okay. But anyways, my dad led me into a CIA ambush. He's been working with the CIA. My labs have been analyzing the entire planet and all the doings on the planet for basically eternity. If you can time eternity. For how long the universe actually existed, there's no time for that. Carbon dating is faulty. Everything else is faulty. Everything's manufactured. These dates are just random vibrations that they pick up. So, that being said, my organization is probably the largest in all of existence because we're expanded throughout all of existence. And basically, we're the number one. You can't really say time and traveling doesn't necessarily exist. But we're basically the number one observation post in the universe. We stay consistent. We stay truthful. No one precedes us. We find that everyone in our observation goes through some set of bias. In M37, I'd like to say all of our agents are unbiased. We have programming for that. But some are still working their way in reasoning bias. Personal journeys for us all. But anyways, we had that CIA attack. This one Illuminati thing with Biden. I'd rather not go into details on Patreon. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm on camera. I'm just leaning back free, willy-nilly. But anyways, they can probably see me on camera. Let me lower this a little. What more can I cover? So much more. We've made quite a few friends along the way. We've indoctrinated many from Antifa, out of Antifa. There's like so many different Antifas out there. Oh my goodness. But M37 Illuminati is all about love. All about love. And mental health. So, that being said, I need to lower this more. I'm hearing myself twice. I hate repeating myself. But I'll repeat myself for you, oh so gladly. And hopefully my patrons give me reason to make private videos. There's still going to be common knowledge, I assure you. But anyways, oh man, what can I do besides say supporting this cause is supporting the cause? Because we're all about human freedom, human evolution. Not too long ago, Illuminati did some mass unprogramming of basically, how do we put them? We want to call them faulty programming because people were literally programmed to be passive threats. Passive threats meaning basically telepathic threats. That should be as simple as possible. But M37, we detect literally the makings of everything. So it was an easy decision that we've been waiting on. So that should change the world drastically. As for As for funding, here's what M37's been on. We have basically all the funding we need for everything we need. Literally everything. Without even making our own currency, we have enough US dollars as well. That part came from a lot from donation, because many know me as Jehovah, Lucifer M37, God of all names. And in that, I get donations from churches all the time, literally all the time. Teleportation or what may be. Basically, I've been ready to put forth the New World Order's plans for basically forever. That being said, what we've been waiting on has been the right timing to ensure we have political control, governmental control. We already earned the hearts and minds, so now we've moved on to just spreading across as much as we can continually, but also making a few key moves. A few key moves. What else can I say? No, that being said, my advisor at Patreon is asking me, are we a terrorist organization? Well, we did try doing this one thing called invoking the Constitution because there's a threat to it. And, well, we may have removed from a play. I'd rather not go into it. So that being said, oh man, I have so many people trying to access my feed. We have questions. Question I have is, are you bilingual? I speak literally every language and it's too complex to decipher. I know basic languages on Earth, and then I know that many people on Earth don't stick to those languages very often, and they'll insert different oh my god, how do you put it? Slang, slurs, insertions. And language can be pretty abrasive when you think about that, because you can't even tell if a person's insulting you, even if you know the language. I suppose English makes it simpler, calmer on the mind in many cases. In my case, at least. But anyways, next question. Do you try to conquer the world? And how so? Well, I'm supposing that they're new to seeing me on Patreon, because I am on other platforms, but I'm new to Patreon. I do try to conquer the world. In my sense, in my meaning, that means liberating the entire world from suppression, from study that there's no need for oppression. So, that being said, I'm trying to liberate the entire world from oppressive government. Next question. Do you like to... What was that? They cut out on me. I also have a nano chip. It's also just crazy reason to explain why exactly I hear someone's voice sometimes. People prefer nanochips sometimes rather than just body, because nanochips have a trace. Bodies, they vibrate as they want. But they asked, okay, they said skip them. All right, so let's see. I can move on to my story and highlight of my life on camera. So, long time ago, was probably like 13, 14, something like that. I was playing Halo 3. I decided, hey, let's have a tournament. This tournament was apparently a huge hit, but I rarely ever checked my views. Rarely ever checked my views. And I think at some point, you know, they probably don't want to hear that. You guys probably already heard it on camera. Shit. Oh my goodness. And yes, cameras do pick up thoughts. They do pick up thoughts. So that being said, where do thoughts come from? Oh my goodness. That goes into the question of what are we? And what are some others, potentially? So, I'm assuming everyone that I'm talking to that's actively listening to me, we are logarithmic thought forms. Basically, a pinpoint or pinpoints in space-time which produce vibration. So, that being said, there are some, that goes into also M37's limitation protocol. Random objects don't just exist because we don't let them. That is our forceful observer bias, which we control. But we have had test locations where an object, let's say a square, would produce itself. And as far as the square concerns, it's a square. And potentially, with stimulation, it is recognized consciousness. Now, we find that probability is a really wild thing. Let's just say probability is a real wild thing. Let's leave it at that. But anyways, how we suppress randomness? Well, we have this thing we call logarithmic control of the universe. That's controlled observer bias. Basically, imagine the universe is a circuit board, and the circuit board is its own natural code. Now, basically, this gets into another crucial part of the storyline. I'm literally the first thing to ever exist. So as far as I know, from my understanding, I am code itself. So basically, I have control over the universe. Also, I made Earth. You can also see the Raven movie I made. It's on YouTube. You can find me as Spartan Elite. Spelled right there. E-L-E-T-E. But anyways, yes, that does make this life very complicated knowing that. Many people just choose to forget because there's just so much of how that even possibly is. For some, they find a connection to a puzzle completed. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Basically, everything existed at the exact same time. Probability. And why it's talking to you? For some reason, that existed too. It freaks me out as well. But what more can I get on to? Why I'm here in this, well, looking small room? Well, I found a way and volunteers to birth my way into this planet to basically claim it as my home. And, well, I'm here acting as head of Illuminati and living a really enjoyable life in this town I'm going to miss as I leave home. The people have tried to destroy me, though. Literally everyone in town has tried to destroy me. How? People understand many things, so they try many things. If this is anything new to anyone, basically the entire planet is Jean Grey. Which Jean Grey? I want to say Jean Grey, X-Men, which... Let me find this X-Men. It's been so long. Let's see. X-Men, where... Sorry, I cannot type. I just like delaying myself because I'm going to miss the time. X-Men, where Jean Grey attacked Logan. And that was X-Men... I think it was The Last Stand. Okay, yeah, they said it's The Last Stand. So, Jean Grey, X-Men Last Stand. Pre. So, that being said, I'm glad I exist. Because it's easier for me to do what others try. And that's why I made Earth. That's why Earth is basically not constantly on fire with telepaths trying to claim rulership of something. But hey, yeah, life is basically good. There's potential. Not potential in a rough, not potential hidden underneath the constant chaos of trying to get a intelligent organization to calm down enough to work with each other. It's potential. It's potential. But what more can I get into? Someone wants to hear about the Bible. Well, what more can I tell you about it? You've probably scanned the entire thing. It's basically an art form and a history book. And let's see. Man, you guys have some really racy questions. All right, someone said, what about this Satan thing, specifically that? What about the Satan thing? Yes, I go by that as well. Not all of what you hear is actually correct. The books are basically spot on. I don't let books get altered. Which is also a great thing on Earth, which is why you guys keep reading and trying to use books against me when it's like, hey guys, I support all your books and all your books support me. The only thing that doesn't support me is CIA indoctrination into thinking, I don't know. They just put out so much. It's like, wow, that's blatantly vague and ignorant. But we all get it at this point, I'm sure. Okay. Yes, I did also write the Quran. My son was Buddha. When I was Jesus, I was playing another role in a slip space rupture. So time was a little bit faster than it is now, in a sense. But interestingly, time stays pretty consistent nowadays. There have been times where everyone has organized and said, hey, time, let us change time for a second. And when I say change, it's usually just a stop or just a little slight increase. because it feels like the perfect thing to do. So basically, everyone watching knows about this stuff because you guys vote on this stuff. And also, shout out to M37 organization, my organization, for making this cybernetic chip community actually work, so we can communicate with everyone that basically likes the security potential and the chip method. Funny thing, now everyone without a chip, you can still communicate with them, especially through organization M37. The other thing is, people don't necessarily like having a personal label of a number. Basically, we have to keep track of each precise person, so it's like we need a precise number. So I suppose not that people get it, it's that they just don't like it. They don't appreciate it. But I can only look at so many names, and then decipher this one of that name. It gets a little maddening. I'd rather have a number, which is a precise name, or names. That's just my nice organization. Let's see. What more can I talk to you about? Because I'm sure that basically everyone here knows what's talking on. And mostly it's really just stuff about the CIA. People are saying the CIA is destroyed, they're not. Because that mass unprogramming really, really, really hit the CIA. Yeah. What can I say? So they say I can't, so I won't. Because I already covered it somewhere else. All right, that being said, oh man, biology. What is biology? Biology is a study of illusion, or the study of a logarithmic program sharing space as us. Because those did happen, and inevitably those do happen. Because not all parents are fit for having kids, will have basically a logarithmic stunt double of a kid, an illusion of a kid. Same thing with pets. Basically, like, I want to say, should I give them the actual number? They say it's going to blow your minds. Okay, so it's literally like 98%. Like 98%. As of now. With that being said, treat your pets well if you actually have, conscious pets. The rest having basically these shadow clone dogs and cats, well, thank you for being honest. You're making another being much happier, I'm sure. Let's see. We could get so much into psychology as well, along in the Patreon page. Like right now, I'm playing with my robe as a stress method, because I cannot look you guys in the eye and say all this stuff and be like, oh, hey guys, also I'm going to rule the world probably next week, because that's Illuminati's agenda. It's so odd. But hey, glad we have consent. Man, what more can we get into? Any viewers got any ideas? Oh, I'm not allowed to listen to outside viewers. All right. Oh man. Yeah, there's this thing where we don't necessarily include certain alien entities. Preferably, I guess. It's not my policy, it's just this general Earth thing, I suppose. So basically, my chatter is filtered when I'm on camera working with platforms. So basically, that being said, I write my own script, but it's still at the leisure and comfort of the platforms I'm working with. So that being said, please do support my Patreon. Share it. If anything, share it. And, well, of course, do your best to maintain your own mental health and especially love yourself. Remember to always love yourself. You can work through whatever you're getting through. So, I'll call it there, and I'll figure out how to end the stream. Oh, it's back on YouTube. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya.